What is education? People are confused about the meaning of education. What does it mean? Does it mean the degree that we earn or the certificate that we earn? That means qualification. Does it mean the bookish knowledge that we get? Or does it mean something more? Mere qualification cannot be called education, because one can get a degree, a certificate by merely passing an exam without really understanding what has been learned, without really learning anything. One can just commit to memory whatever has been is the syllabus and reproduce the same thing in the exam and even get good marks, and after that forget about it. So education cannot be equated to qualification. Our education system is more exam oriented than learning oriented, and passing an exam cannot be, a person who passes an exam cannot be called educated unless he or she has understood what has been learned. So bookish knowledge is not education. Education and knowledge, some people think that knowledge is the ultimate, but it is not. We know in the Bloom's taxonomy, knowledge is the lowest rung. After knowledge comes understanding, then application, then analysis, synthesis and evaluation. So knowledge without understanding, without being able to analyze and synthesize, without being able to apply knowledge to real life situations, it cannot be called education. So mere knowledge is also not education. Then what is education? Education is that leads one to true knowledge and true wisdom. Knowledge without wisdom is nothing. And so we talk about holistic education. Holistic education includes values, skills and knowledge. The cognitive domain, the affective domain, the psychomotor domain and the cognitive domain. The cognitive domain takes care of the thinking processes. The affective domain takes care of the feeling process. The psychomotor domain is all about skills, and the cognitive domain is connected with morality and ethics. Most of the time we forget the cognitive domain and we think there are only three domains: cognitive, affective and psychomotor. But that is the behavioristic view. Cognitive domain is more important because it is the cognitive domain which leads to values, ethics and morality. And education without values is incomplete. Value education is important. Gandhiji talked about the head, hand and heart. The education of the head, that is thinking or knowledge. The education of the hand, that is working with the hand, skills. And education of the heart, that means emotional development. In fact, there are three functions of the mind: thinking, feeling and willing. Thinking is connected with intelligence quotient, feeling is connected with emotional quotient, and willing can be connected with the spiritual quotient and morality and values, action. So education should take care of all these. Mere superficial knowledge which can be reproduced in the examinations is not education. Coming to another aspect of it, education has to be learner-centric. The learner should be given freedom to learn, and we should aim at developing lifelong learners. Learning to learn is the key word. the key term. A learner should be made to learn how to learn rather than fed with facts and what we call knowledge, which actually is information. There is a theory called Jagmuk theory, which is may not be found in books or in literature, but the Jagmuk theory says that the Jagmuk theory assumes that the child, the learner, has a small mug over here, which is empty, and the teacher has this big jug over here, which is full of knowledge, and the role of the teacher is to pour that knowledge into that mug. But that is not the right approach. The teacher's role has changed. Now the teacher actually is a facilitator of learning, a manager of learning. It is not the teacher's role to pour knowledge into the child and make the child learn everything by heart, and that's all. The teacher has to ensure that whatever the teacher is teaching is understood by the child, and the child is also given an opportunity to apply the knowledge and see to it that it is practically used. And then, of course, now in the current scenario, the judicious use of technology has to be made. Technology cannot replace the teaching process, but judicious use of technology can help in enhancing the process of education, of learning, of teaching. So, judicious use of technology has to be made. Without technology also nowadays, it will not be good to impart knowledge, because a lot of stuff is there on the net, and if the teacher starts reproducing the same thing again, then it is of no use. So if your technology can be used, then whatever is there already available on the net, in technology, through technology, that can be utilized for making the child understand further. And when we talk about philosophy of education, there are many theories like idealism, naturalism, pragmatism, but we will not go into that. In the current scenario, education for sustainable development has become important. The UN has prescribed 17 goals, sustainable development goals, which are to be achieved by the year 2030. We have realized that if we do not make our systems sustainable, particularly the development, the economic development without sustainability is leading us to disaster. The environment has to be preserved. We cannot destroy the environment and continue to survive. If we destroy the environment, we ourselves as a species will become extinct, because we are a part of this environment. We are one small species among the hundreds of species, thousands of species on this earth. So sustainable development has to be made important, values have to be made important, value education becomes important, and there has to be a balance between theoretical and application orientation. Our education system in India suffers from this, that it is mostly theoretical and not application oriented. So we have to make it application oriented. And further on, if we talk about education, it should be based on needs, abilities and interests of learners, and it should not be something that is imposed on them just because we as administrators or as planners decide that the child needs this and we have to teach this. We should analyze the needs and abilities and interests of children of the particular age groups, and accordingly we should design the curriculum. So when we say that it is knowledge that that is important in education, I would go further and I would say that it is knowledge that leads to wisdom. Mere knowledge does not make education real education. So, and we have to think of values, skills, and knowledge, all three together. Mere knowledge will not help us in any way. Mere skills will also not help us in any way. It has to be, and values have to be made the most important, and then skill and then knowledge, rather than making knowledge the most important. So my philosophy of education is this, that it should not be knowledge oriented, it should be growth oriented. And when we say growth oriented, it is holistic. It is holistic and it includes values, skills and knowledge.